Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for November the 6th, 2024 here. We're going to look at the current National Weather Service hazards for the lower 48 before getting into the tropical storm, the tropical conditions that are affecting Rafael, affecting western Cuba as a hurricane, major hurricane. So right now we're looking at basically snowstorm out west in the Intermountain Rockies, as well as heavy rain in the deep south here. And so right now we have in pink, we have those winter storm warnings, and in blue we have those winter storm and winter water advisories here. This extends from the I-25 corridor from Denver to just west of Colorado Springs down to Pueblo and Trinidad, and westward into the mountains of southwest Colorado and into New Mexico, all of New Mexico, from Alamogordo down through Truth or Consequences, back over towards Albuquerque and Taos, New Mexico, are under that winter storm warning. Heavy snow is going to be falling, so anywhere in the order of an additional 6 to 8 inches is possible in the Denver metro area and directly south and west of that area. We also have snow in Arizona country as well, toward Tucson and all those areas east of Phoenix and those areas in the East Valley. They're picking up a few inches of snow there, as well as Grand Canyon country. Out west, we have red flag warnings continuing in the purple there. In the fuchsia color, pink here. This extends up from the mountains, Santa Monica Mountains, all the way up through the San Francisco Bay Area there. So burn bans are likely in place for that area. Now back in the east, like I said, that rain has been concentrated there from Augusta to Macon, back through Tifton and Albany, Georgia, and back into just to the east of Tallahassee in the Panhandle. South Carolina's into emergency here with red flash flood warnings extending around Aiken, South Carolina, and just to the north of Augusta there, North Augusta, South Carolina. Flash flood warnings in those counties, and those are gonna be heavy rains that are gonna be extending in that area as well. So that's otherwise it's pretty much clear, calm, and very warm temperatures, and like I said, and temperatures exceeding 80 degrees Fahrenheit in many places in the Northeast, Southeast, and the Midwest as well. So now, looking at the traffics here, we have Hurricane Rafael here, and I'm gonna give you the latest update on Rafael here. Rafael is 115-mile-an-hour, made landfall as a Category 3 on western Cuba, provided those winds there into the area of western Cuba as well. And Rafael continues to make its way up fast from Cuba. Rafael will continue to make its way toward uh, the Gulf of Mexico. And once it makes its way into the Gulf of Mexico, it will continue to make its way on approach to the United States. Now, it will be a weekend tropical storm, possibly affecting the Louisiana Texas coastline as a weak tropical storm here. The other area of development is only given the 20-30% chance that will affect southeastern Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos as we continue to see that affecting that region as well. So we also have that as well. Tropical storm probability is around 50% now for the Louisiana coastline, and that will continue to make its way through. Now, looking at the structure of the storm here, if I can switch over here, we have a lot of dry air here into the central Gulf of Mexico as well as wind shear. This is going to inhibit the development of the storm, and that's why, as you can see, it just now emerging off the western coast of Cuba right here. It's moving into an unfavorable environment here. It has 12 hours of strengthening here once it gets in the Gulf, and then once it gets to the pier, it's in this dry air, this orange and yellow, and that's why many forecasters are going to think this is going to weaken down and possibly disintegrate here somewhere in the central Mexico. But right now, we're forecasting a weak tropical storm, somewhere 40 mile an hour, 30 mile an hour, something like that, coming into the Louisiana coastline, possibly even further west than that, depending on how things go. So that's what we have going on in terms of tropics. Now we don't. Sarah will be the next name, and Tony will be the next name as well, if the system continues to develop here. But this is what it looks like on satellite here. I want to show you the picture here for Rafael as it continues to make its way here. Rafael here continues to make its way through the area here. Tropical storm force winds is extending out here, and you can see the path of it takes it back into the western central Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm by next week Monday. So we have maintaining hurricane status up until Friday, and then it begins to weaken Saturday into a tropical storm, and it might just kind of meander around. No threat to the U.S. Now it looks like it's going to be making landfall in the northeastern Mexico, which would be the landfall destination for this system. Tropical storm force winds extend out over 180 miles from the center. Hurricane force winds extend out probably 30 to 40 miles. It's a pretty compact system, but it made landfall western Cuba as a Category 3. Right now, winds are moving at 105 miles an hour. It's a Category 2 on the Saffir-Simpson scale, and it's moving northwest at 13 miles an hour, northwest, and then a gradually due north of west turn, possibly by Thursday or Friday, as you can see depicted by this chart by the National Hurricane Center. So that's Rafael. And like I said, the dry air is going to continue. This area here, this pulsing area here behind Rafael, is going to be moving into the Turks and Caicos, providing just kind of scattered showers, less than 20% chance development. It will affect Turks and Caicos, southeastern Bahamas, Nassau, Freeport may get some rain later on into the forecast period by Friday, Saturday, and of course that northern areas of Dominican Republic and Hispaniola may also get some rain from that south. But other than that, that's all that we have going on here as far as the tropics here. Conditions, Saharan dust is off the way. And let me show you the spaghetti models for Major Hurricane Rafael here as well. The spaghetti models do show that Rafael will continue in the Gulf of Mexico, and they're split. Some are going toward Louisiana, some are going toward the west. Most likely, the consensus model is taking this west right up the middle here, and it's not going to affect the U.S. Mainland, possibly curving back toward Mexico. Central and northern Mexico looks to be the landfall point at this point for Rafael. Sarah's the next name, and after that, Tony's the next name after that. So we're getting deeper into the hurricane center. Hurricane season ends November 30th, and so we expect possibly 2 to 3 more storms before November 30th, and if whether or not they make landfall in the U.S. or not, continental U.S. or not. But the Western Caribbean and the northeastern Atlantic seem to be the hot spots as the Bermuda High continues to block any other storms from getting through, and that's what we've been seeing lately here for the showers and storms here as we continue to see that forecasted here. So this has been the Weather Guru podcast. Once again, we get you a satellite picture here, a composite picture of Rafael. As you can see, it's a very compact storm. Most of the convection's on the south and eastern side, east side loaded system here. The western side's already starting to pull in that dry air as it pulls away from Cuba here. And we're going to see more of that continuing to impact Rafael and its structural organization as well, whatever's left of it once it emerges from leaves northwestern Cuba and begins to get into the Gulf later on tomorrow, Thursday, into Friday morning. This has been the Weather Guru podcast update for November 6, 2024. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. I thank you for your support, and God bless. Be safe. Thank you.